everyone, it's Jessica from Garcia's on Wheels, and I'm here to show you how to cook in your RV oven. No, I'm not baking any special treats, but I am baking some balsamic chicken, so that's gonna be fun and tasty. So, RV ovens. Now, before you do anything with your RV oven, you need to measure it, because a lot of pans will not fit. For example, our RV oven is about 15.5 by 13.5, and I like to make sure my pans are just under that. So I like to keep it about 15 by 13. That way I make sure the pans fit. Because if you don't have the correct pan size or it's too big, you can't use your RV oven. Now let me tell you a funny story about one of our pans. When we first got this RV, one of my baking sheets was too big to fit. So I went on Amazon, ordered one the correct size, or at least I thought, and it came, and the pan size was the correct size, but it had this handle that was about a half an inch or an inch big. So Reno had to use his creativity skills and cut it off so I can use the cookie sheet. So again, make sure you measure your RV oven. Next, it runs on propane. So make sure you have propane. Am I doing good? Okay, just making sure I'm okay. So propane is important because your RV oven runs on propane. Therefore, make sure you have propane. If you do not have propane, you can't use your oven. Next, make sure your RV is level. If your RV is not level, the propane heating element will not heat evenly. So one side will cook faster than the other side, depending on how level your RV is. So make sure your RV is level. Next, this lovely RV oven, or all lovely RV ovens, have what's called a pilot light. Now, there's a knob right here, and it says pilot. So what you do is you turn the knob to pilot. You have to go down into your oven. I like to use one of these. This is another tip. Get one of these lovely lighter thingy-mabobs. I call them the long sticks because that's what they remind me of. The pilot light is all the way in the back of the RV oven. So this is helpful because if you use matches, sometimes it doesn't want to light right away or it might take a second and you're like, oh, my finger's gonna burn. So this helps. So what you do is you turn the knob to pilot, you go down, turn this on, we play with fire, and then you hold it on your pilot light and you press the knob to ignite it. And then you hold that for a few seconds to make sure the pilot light is on, and then you can turn your knob to whatever temperature you need. Now, I am baking my chicken at about 400 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius. You figure that out. Don't feel like doing the math right now. So, one tip I've learned, especially in most RV ovens, is that it doesn't really have a good thermometer gauge. So we actually put one in here. So we have set a little thermometer to tell us what the real temperature is. Because even though it says 300, 350, 400 on the knob, it's a little off. So we want to make sure the temperature is the right temperature. So next tip I have for you is get a pizza stone for your RV oven. It helps the heat distribute evenly. We have a pizza stone. We've had it for a couple years. It is now cracked in half, but we push it together. It still works just fine. So get a pizza stone if you want your food to cook evenly. Next tip I have for you is preheat your oven earlier than you think, because it takes a while to get up to temperature, or at least my RV oven does. I don't know if all of them do, but just a rule of thumb. Do it like 10 minutes before you start prepping your food to make sure your oven is ready. If you notice that your food is burning at the bottom or the top, you can raise or lower your rack depending on what you need. So do that. I like to keep in the middle. I've noticed that that's the best where mine cooks, so I don't need to raise it or lower it, which is nice. But if you notice that your food's burning or not cooking evenly, raise the rack or lower the rack. So while we were waiting for the oven to preheat, we went to go help, Rena went to go help our pastor, their neighbors, they live literally right there, lift some heavy items. And when we came back, Tucker ate the raw chicken. Oh my gosh! Oh, he's gonna be so sick! Tucker!
I knew as soon as I didn't see it that it was gone.
It's gone. So unfortunately, I can't show you how my balsamic chicken's gonna turn out. But I will give you our last tip. Now, when you are baking or cooking in your RV oven, what you need to do is rotate it about halfway through. That way it cooks evenly. Even with the pizza stone, even with your RV being level, there's still a chance that one side may cook faster than the other. That's just how RV ovens are. So rotate your pan so that way both sides cook evenly. I would love to do that, except I don't have any more chicken. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, hit that like button, give us that thumbs up. We like seeing that. It lets us know what videos you're enjoying, and we'll see you all in the next one.